Hello everyone, good evening. Welcome to Gradeup. So sorry for being late. There was some technical problem because of which the session was not starting. So it is okay now, I suppose. So I hope you all can hear me and see me as well. I'm clearly visible and audible as well. Hello Navid, happy to see you here. Hi, good evening Sakshi. Hi Bhavya, good evening. It's great to see all of you. We'll just start now in another 20 seconds. Okay, so yes, I'm sure that I'm audible, right? Mohammed said yes, sir. I think for that only. So let's start, guys. So the topic that we have today is mixed DI/LR practice sets. So obviously, in the exam, you are going to get mixed things, right? So DI and LR would be mixed there. There would be some of the sets which will be based upon completely DI, some would be based upon completely LR, and some would be a mixture of the two as well. The DI is there, but you have to use LR as well to answer those questions. So something of that sort. Basically, here what we have done, we have taken some sets in which a DI and LR mixed are there. So there might be complete DI, there might be complete LR, there might be a mixture of those. So I've taken a mixture of all of those, right? So sets would be slightly more difficult than the previous ones because obviously when you mix DI LR, the set becomes a bit more difficult. But I am sure that we'll be able to figure it out that how to do those, right? Hi, good evening, Ayush. So I think we can start now without any further delay. Hi, good evening, निकिता शर्मा. तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं. So let me just start it now. Yes. So here comes the first set in front of you, right? So probably by the length of the set you would have understood that it is slightly more difficult. But I think we'll be able to figure out something out of it. कुछ तो करेंगे कोई ना कोई चारा इसका निकालेंगे हम लोग. So there is a lot of information in this, but of course this looks lengthy right now. But once we start solving it, you will be able to understand that it's ultimately reasoning that we have to use. It looks like a DI because there is a lot of data here. So let's read it together, guys. It says, during the period of demonetization, any branch of any bank accepted deposits in currency notes of only two denominations, 500 and 1000, and issued the currency notes of only two denominations, 200 and 2000. And it actually happened, right? You will also see in CAT as well, most of the times, the information that they would take, that will be the actual information. They don't go away from the actual information. जो actual में हो रहा होता है वो उसी पे based information लेके चलते हैं, right? So in that period, the accountant of one particular branch of a particular bank recorded the number of currency notes deposited in the branch and issued by the branch for each day during a period of 6 consecutive working days. Okay, from Monday to Saturday, suppose on any day. So there is some information now with us. Hi, Rosie Nayak. So number of 500 currency notes deposited in the branch, he calls it as X. Number of 1000 currency notes deposited in the branch is Y, and number of 200 currency notes issued by the branch is A, and 2000 issued by the branch is B. Then the accountant of the branch designed two index values. Okay, so X and Y are what is deposited, A and B are what is X and Y are deposited, and A and B are what is issued, right? He called one of them as C index, which was equal to lower of X and Y, and D index, which was equal to higher value between A and B. The table shows the values of C index and D index as calculated by the accountant. Perfect. ठीक है, तो मेरे ख्याल से आप लोग समझ ही गए होंगे. हाय, गुड इवनिंग राहुल. सो वी कैन स्टार्ट डिस्कसिंग विद दिस नाउ. शुरू करते हैं अब इसके साथ. ठीक है. It is also known that on any of these 6 days, X was not equal to Y and A was not equal to B. So this is C index is the minimum of X and Y, and this D index is the maximum of A and B. X and Y are the notes deposited 500,000, A and B are issued 200 and 2,000. That's all, right? I think now all this information, which is so long, actually now it is understood that what is this trying to say. Information क्या कह रही है ये तो हम लोगों को पता अब लग गया है. So now just we have to answer the questions on its basis. Okay. Hi Rahul. So previously I think you were there on YouTube, right? And now you have come to this chat. So hi Gayatri Shinde. Good evening. चलिए जी. So let's start with the set. So what I have done, I have kept these tables along with the questions because only the table is important now, and I hope you have understood कि C index थोड़ा सा याद रख सकते हैं. It is the minimum of 500 and 1000. D index is maximum of 200 and 2000. Right? This is the minima of those, and this is the maxima of those. Minima of deposited, maxima of issued. This is what the information says, right? Hi Saubhagya. Namara Saubhagya that you are here. Chaliye ji. So let's start discussing this first question. On Monday, if the total amount deposited in the branch was equal to total amount issued by the branch, then at most, how many currency notes gets deposited in the branch on Monday? Our job is to maximize the number of currency notes. We want to maximize the number of currency notes by making the amounts equal, and we have to maximize the currency notes which are deposited, right? Which are deposited. So currency notes which are deposited, they would be maximized. Obviously, if we have the maximum amount, and he says amount deposited is equal to amount issued. So can I say I'll have to maximize the amount which is issued? क्योंकि जितना ज्यादा amount issue होगा, as much amount would be deposited, and जितना ज्यादा deposit होगा उतने ही ज्यादा currency notes बना पाएंगे, because we wanted to maximize the number of currency notes. I hope this is clear. To maximize the number of currency notes, I have to maximize the amount. जितने ज्यादा amount उतने ज्यादा notes. And to maximize the amount, I need to maximize the amount issued, because issued amount is equal to deposited amount, right? So let's first figure out what is the maximum amount issued. बात कब की हो रही है? Maximum amount issued on Monday, right? Monday की बात हो रही है. On Monday, the D index is 300. That means out of 200 and 2000 notes, I repeat, 300 is the maximum possible number of notes of 200 or 2000. To maximize, I am assuming this 300 is of 2000 and the other one would be lesser than that. So मैंने सिर्फ एक कम ले लिया, that is 299. So 299 into 200 is that amount. So this gives me 2000 into 300, 6 lakhs. 6 lakhs, and this is equal to how much? 300 into 200 होता 60,000 से उसका सा हल्का सा कम है. So 6,59,800. The maximum amount issued is 6,59,800. I hope this is clear to all of you. Please say yes if this is clear. Maximum amount issued is 300 notes of 2000 and 299 notes of 200 by adding. Audible now? I just saw that the connection, the screen froze. Am I audible, guys? Say audible if I am audible. अब ठीक है ना? अब सुनाई दे रहे हैं ना आपको? ठीक है, great. So now we want to maximize the number of currency notes. अब हमें currency notes को maximize करना है, which are deposited. Now the question says जो भी हम लोगों ने deposit किया है उनका minima is 250, right? Minima is 250. and we want to maximize the number of votes. So what will I do? I will assume कि जो ये 250 notes हैं, these 250 notes are of 1000, because जितना बड़ा currency होगा, the number of notes would be lesser. So we would try कि ये 6,59,800 के notes ज्यादा से ज्यादा smaller currency में हो, because smaller is the currency, higher would be the number of notes. So I would try to keep all of them into 500, but वो मैं कर नहीं सकता, because the question says minimum 250 तो रखने ही रखने हैं, right, दोनों के. So I am assuming कि 1000 के मैंने 250 ही रख लिए. So 1000 के 250 makes 2,50,000 rupees. So how much more is remaining now? 4,09,800 more are there. From these 4,09,800, how many notes of 500 can I produce? इसको मैं 500 से डिवाइड कर देता हूं. So this will give me how much? 5 से डिवाइड करने पे 5 8s are 40, and then 5 1s are 5, right? बचा 4, and then 5 8s are 40 point something. That is 818 point something, right? If I divide it by 818 point something, decimal में क्यों आ गया? Actually this amount is not divisible by 500, so I'll have to keep this a multiple of 500. तो उसके लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा? I cannot take 299 notes here, I can only take 295, because that will make it 0 0 0, this as 0 0 0, this would also be 0 0 0, and hence the total number of notes would be 818. So there are 250 notes of 1000, 818 notes of 500. That makes the total number of notes as 1068, which is the maximum possible number of notes which could have been there. Is that clear? Any further doubts at any of these steps? Just tell me, I'll explain that part again. Tell me at which step you have a problem, or if it is clear, just write clear, then I'll move forward to the next question. हाँ जी, प्लीज रिप्लाई, बताइए क्या सीन है. क्लियर, नॉट क्लियर, व्हाट इज द केस? ओके, गायत्री सेज क्लियर. अदर्स, इज दिस क्लियर नाउ? आयु सेज क्लियर, भव्या सेज क्लियर. तो चलिए फिर आगे बढ़ते हैं इससे. इफ देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम, विच इज गुड. हाय, गुड इवनिंग मोनिका. Let's come to question number 2. Yeah, I understand, not a problem. You can see the recording later. On Wednesday, if the total number of currency notes deposited in the branch and that issued by the branch were equal, then at most how much amount got deposited in the branch on that day? So now the question is exact opposite of the previous question. In the previous question, he said that the amounts are equal, right? And this time he is saying that the amount, the currency notes are equal. यही कह रहा है ना? The total number of currency notes deposited, they are equal. और उसमें क्या कह रहा था? The amounts are equal. So that is just the only difference between the two. कि अब की बार बात कर रहा है वो currency notes equal होने की, पहले बात कर रहा था amount equal होने की. ठीक बात है. Then at most how many amount got deposited in the branch? So we want to maximize the amount deposited this time. तो हम लोगों को यहां पे डिपॉजिटेड तो ये वाला है, नहीं सॉरी, ये तो इशूड है. सो नाउ वी वांट टू मैक्सिमाइज द अमाउंट डिपॉजिटेड. वी वांट टू मैक्सिमाइज द अमाउंट डिपॉजिटेड. To maximize the amount deposited, so we have the maximum number of currency notes, obviously. अभी भी वही करेंगे. So let us assume the number of currency notes is maximum, and the number of currency notes deposited is equal to the number of currency notes issued. So can I say the maximum possible number of currency notes issued can be 200 plus 199, that is 399. Is that okay, guys? 200 is the bigger one of the two. 200 और 2000 के जितने भी नोट्स थे उसमें से जो बड़ा नंबर है, he says that is 200. So if maximum 200 notes are issued, so 200 of one currency, तो दूसरे वाले के maximum 199. That means the maximum possible number of notes that can be issued that day is 399. 200 plus 199. Shikha says the video is not visible. Is it not visible to anyone, guys? Please let me know if there is a problem, so I'll check at my end. Guys, can you see me? It is visible. तो शिखा एक बार जरा रिफ्रेश करके देखो. I think there is some problem at your end then. Just try once. ठीक है जी. So the maximum number of notes issued is 399. So maximum number deposited should also be 399 because they are equal. यही बोला ना उसने, they are equal, right? So a maximum of 399 notes have been issued. Maximum 399 have been deposited. We want to maximize the amount from that now. अब उसमें से हमें amount maximize करना है, right? He has also given this to us कि उस दिन का 50 is the minimum number of votes of each type. Though I would want कि all 399 should be of 1000. मैं तो चाहूंगा तो यही ना, to maximize the amount. I will assume that all 399 notes are of 1000. But I cannot do that क्योंकि minimum 50 तो रखने ही रखने हैं. So to maximize the amount, I will assume कि 50 votes are of 500 and the remaining 349 notes are of 1000. So the total amount that will make is 3,49,000 plus 50 into 500. So 50 into 500 is 25,000, right? इन दोनों को ऐड कर देते हैं. So कितना आ जाएगा? ये आ जाएगा 3,74,000. So the maximum amount that can be deposited in the branch on that day is 3,74,000. Yes, tell me if there is any further problems in this question at any step. I'll repeat, otherwise I'll move forward. Okay, so I see no problems then. Ayush says no doubt, it is clear. So that looks like clear to everyone. So let's move forward from here. Bhavya says clear. चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं. The next question. On how many of the given 6 days the total amount deposited in the branch was definitely more than the total amount issued by the branch? ठीक है. He says the amount deposited is definitely more than the amount issued. See, इस तरह का concept ना you will find in many questions. When you have a range of one number, you have the range of another number, and question says when can you say that this one number is definitely more than other, right? So what is to be done in such questions? Keep this in mind. Listen very carefully. Very important point कि ऐसे questions में क्या किया जाता है. I repeat, it is something like I have got some money and I give you a range कि मेरे पास between 50 and 100 है. The other person also tells his range कि मेरे पास इस range में है. So in what cases I can surely say that the amount with me is more than him, right? So if you want to surely say that the amount deposited is greater than the amount issued, if you want to surely say this, then minimum of this should be greater than maximum of this. Minimum of this should be greater than maximum. Because if the minimum of a number is greater than maximum of other, ये हिल जाएगा यार, and it'll ring. It will ring. I'm sorry. So if minimum of something is greater than the maximum of other, then you can surely say कि इसका मतलब it is always greater than that. Minimum of a number is greater than maximum of other number, then that number has to be greater than that. I hope this is clear. If I tell you that I have a number between 50 and 100 with me, the other person says I have a number between 20 and 30 with me, I can surely say my number is greater than your because mine minimum is 50, your maximum is 30. तो बड़ा है ही है. But if I say I have a range of 50 to 100, he has a range of 30 to 80. You can't say that you are surely greater than that person because your range is 50 to 100, his range is 30 to 80. So he might have a number greater than you. Is that point clear, guys? Because this will be used a lot in many other questions as well. Therefore, I am saying please be very clear with this point. That when do we say a range is definitely greater than other range? When the minimum of this range is greater than maximum of that range. क्लियर है? ठीक है. ओनली भव्या को क्लियर है और आयुष को भी. अदर्स? थैंक यू अनमोल. ओके तो चलिए तो इसको आगे फिर करना शुरू करते हैं. So now we want to minimize the amount deposited and we want to maximize the amount issued. How would we do that? Let's find it out. तो deposited यहां लिख दे रहा हूं मैं, issued यहां लिख दे रहा हूं, मिनिमा और दोनों के इसका मिनिमा कैलकुलेट होगा और इसका मैक्सिमा कैलकुलेट होगा. लेट्स डू दिस. लेट्स टॉक अबाउट मंडे फर्स्ट. ठीक है. हाउ वुड आई मिनिमाइज द अमाउंट डिपॉजिटेड ऑन मंडे? 250 is the minimum number of notes of any of them, right? तो कहने से मिनिमम अमाउंट वुड बी देयर व्हेन वी हैव 250 नोट्स ऑफ 1000 and 251 notes of 500, right? और मैक्सिमम इशूड कब होगा? दिस 300 is maximum. So maximum is when we have 300 notes of 2000 and 299 notes of 200. 250 of 1000 and 251 of 500 और यहां पे 300 of 2000 and 299 of 200. Similarly, on Tuesday, what will we do? 120 notes of 1000 and 121 notes of 500. Similarly, इसके लिए क्या करेंगे? 150 notes of 2000 plus 149 notes of 200. राइट? समझ में आ रही है बात? हालांकि यहां से देख के आइडिया हो जा रहा है दैट दिस सेकंड नंबर इज डेफिनेटली मोर देन द फर्स्ट नंबर बिकॉज स्ट्रेट अवे देखिए ना ये अमाउंट ही डबल से ज्यादा हो गया है. इवन 1000 से 2000 जो हो रहा है बिकॉज करेंसी का ही अमाउंट डबल हो जा रहा है तो इसका मतलब टोटल अमाउंट तो डबल यहीं पे हो गया. तो 500 से 200 में द डिक्रीज इज नॉट दैट मच, इतना इंक्रीज इधर हो रहा है. Similarly, here you can see that the number of notes of 2000 is higher than the number of notes of 1000. तो वो तो डबल से भी बड़ा अमाउंट आ जाएगा ना. एक तो डिनोमिनेशन इज डबल्ड, ऊपर से नोट्स आर ऑल्सो मोर. So this amount will surely be more than that amount. This amount will surely be more than that amount. We are looking for those cases when this second amount is lesser than the first one. जब पहले से कम होगा हम उसके बारे में बात कर रहे हैं. So we have to check each and every day like this. ठीक है. So कहने से थर्ड डे एज वेल इज नॉट पॉसिबल क्योंकि 50 और 200 ही बता दे रहा है. 50 notes of 1000, 200 notes of 2000, how can it be lesser? Right? If it can be lesser, it can probably be in this case. चेक करके देखिए. 200 notes of 1000 plus 199 notes of 500 and 100 notes of 2000 plus 99 notes of 200. This will surely be lesser. I'll tell you why. 200 into 1000 और 100 into 2000 ये तो इक्वल हो गए और 199 into 500 is surely greater than 99 into 200. So this is surely one of those days when you have deposited amount more than the issued amount. This is surely correct, right? Because even the minima of deposited is getting better than maxima of issued. तो पक्का ही बोल सकते हैं कि उससे ज्यादा है, right? And similarly, if you calculate it for Saturday as well, then again you would be able to say this will be greater. I mean, you know the process now, what is to be done. तो थर्सडे के लिए जैसे हमने कैलकुलेट करा है ऐसे ही फ्राइडे के लिए कीजिए, थर्सडे सैटरडे के लिए कीजिए. यू विल गेट टू नो कि सैटरडे को भी ज्यादा है. आई मीन आई कैन चेक इट बाय द लुकिंग एट द नंबर्स इटसेल्फ. 300 और 180 जो है ना वो अपने आप में बता रहे हैं कि हाँ ये पक्का ही ज्यादा मिलेगा उससे. दिस लुक्स क्लियर. Is that clear, guys? Can I move forward? कर लेंगे ना, मतलब ये लास्ट वाला पार्ट सैटरडे वाला चेकअप 300 इंटू 1000 प्लस 299 इंटू 500, सॉरी 301 इंटू 500, और दूसरा बनेगा 180 इंटू 2000 प्लस 179 इंटू 200, और उसमें से बस आपको चेक करना है वेदर वो भी बड़ा आता है कि नहीं आता है। वो भी बड़ा आ जाएगा तो 2 हो जाएंगे। ठीक है जी, तो आगे बढ़ता हूं मैं, नेक्स्ट सेट पे आता हूं। दैट इज क्वेश्चन नंबर 4। इफ ऑन एनी ऑफ द गिवन 6 days the total number of currency notes deposited in the branch was less than issued, so deposited was always less than issued, he says, then at most how many currency notes were deposited? तो हमें इसे मैक्सिमाइज करना है। डिपॉजिटेड जो है इशूड से कम है, एंड वी वांट टू मैक्सिमाइज द डिपॉजिटेड नोट्स, we'll have to maximize the issued notes as well, उनसे कम रहेंगे ना वो। सो इफ आई टॉक अबाउट मंडे, व्हाट इज द मैक्सिमम नंबर ऑफ नोट्स इशूड? 300 प्लस 299, दैट इज 599, सो दे कैन बी मैक्सिमम 598। यहां कितने होंगे? 150 प्लस 149, दैट इज 299, सो ये कितने हो सकते हैं? 298। दिस इज 200 प्लस 199, दैट इज 399, तो ये कितने हो सकते हैं? 398, राइट। सो बेसिकली हमेशा इसके डबल से दो ही तो कम आएगा ये, इट इज ऑलवेज टू लेस देन द डबल ऑफ इट। सो 100 के डबल से दो कम 198, 110 के डबल से दो कम इज 218, 180 के डबल से टू लेस इज 358। सो दीज आर द टोटल नंबर ऑफ करेंसी नोट्स which can be deposited, and it is the maximum possible number of currency notes. Just add all of them, you will get the answer. ठीक है, तो कर लीजिएगा एक बार ऐड, कितना आता है ये? 500, 600, 750, and then 860, 860 plus 180 is 1040, 1040 minus 12, it comes out to be 1028. So I think that is the correct answer, 1028. If this set is clear, can we move forward, guys? आगे बढ़े इससे। Anyone having any doubts? Though I would say it was a brilliant set, definitely can be asked in the exams. Surely, that's possible. Oh yes, it was, sorry, not 1028. You are right. It would have been, पहले तो वो 1040 आया, उसका डबल 2080, 2080 माइनस 12 इज 2068, राइट। सॉरी, मैं डबल करना भूल गया था उसका। चलिए जी, सो आई होप दिस फर्स्ट सेट इज क्लियर, सो वी कैन मूव फॉरवर्ड टू द नेक्स्ट सेट नाउ। सो द नेक्स्ट सेट इज दिस। So I had the option of doing one of the two sets. So one set is this, which is there in front of you. Question number 5 to 8 has too much of data. तो इसके बाद इसमें ये भी डेटा है, उसके बाद ये भी डेटा है. So there are 3 datas in it. And there is another set. So there was a choice of these two. But I thought that the next set, I mean type of that set we have already done. If you remember guys, we have done that set na, जहां पे one person always speaks truth or one person always lie, one person is an alternative truth lie truth, and one person is lie truth lie. So that kind of question is there. If you want me to discuss that set, we can discuss that, or we can discuss this as well. I mean, I'll decide it by your responses only. So if you want to go with the next set, right next. If you want to do this set, we can do this set. मतलब मैं आप ही लोगों पे छोड़ रहा हूँ कि आप कौन सा चाहते हैं कि मैं डिस्कस करूँ, मैं वही डिस्कस कर लूंगा. The next set is that set in which you lie and you just speak truth, or you alternately speak truth and lie, that ways. So the first 3 answers are this set, 4 answers are this set. So इसका मतलब फिर यही वाला करते हैं. चलिए डिस्कस करते हैं, because that we have already done before as well. पहले भी कर चुके हैं वो वाला set. So let's read this. Godliness Incorporation, a religious firm run by good Samaritans, likes to plant clues about its revenue numbers so that its employees get a near spiritual aha moment while uncovering them. So a brilliant start to the set, I would say. I don't know what is it trying to say. The company has 5 divisions, PQ, RS and T. The year 2012 was declared the year of Satan, as the company saw a revenue decline of 2.727% in that year. So this is the first information that in 2012 there was a decline of 2.727%. So guys, if you have done the fractions carefully, you must remember this कि 2.27.27% 3 by 11 होता है. Remember this? 1 by 11 is all multiples of 9. तो ये उसका 9 times 3 times है ना 9 का. So 27.27 is 3 by 11. बट यहां पे डेसिमल एक और पीछे गया हुआ है. इट इज एक्चुअली 2.727. सो कैन आई से इट इज 3 by 110. If 3 by 11 is 27.27, so 3 by 110 is 2.727. एक और पीछे ले जाओ जीरो को, राइट, डेसिमल को. Okay, so this is the only information that we have here कि 2012 में there was a decline of 3 by 110. Apart from this year, the company saw a good half decade from 10 to 14. इसका मतलब every year it increased. So apart from this, that is 2012 में there was a decrease. Otherwise, there was always an increase. The 2010 and 2014 revenue breakup are as follows. तो ये उन दोनों के revenue breakups हैं. Total revenue in 10 was 1000 crores. So this is 1000 crores. And the company saw a 28% growth from 10 to 14. So can I say it is 1280 crores? 2010 में it is 1000 crores और 2014 में it is 1280 crores. और उसके breakup हम लोगों को दे रखे हैं यहाँ पे. So accordingly we have to answer the questions. But there is too much of data. अभी तो आगे देखना है. Because we have the data of 10, we have the data of 14, we do not have the data of 11, 12 और 13. तो उसको अभी चेक करना है. चलिए जी आगे चल के देखते हैं. The year-on-year growth rates seen in 2014 are given in the table. So P में कितना growth आया है, Q में कितना, R में, S में, T में in 2014. That means over 2013. Because growth rate and decline rate, they are always given on the previous year, even if it is not mentioned in the question. If I just say the growth rate in 14 was this, it is definitely taken on 13. It is basically assumed. Growth rate is always taken or decline rate is always taken on the previous year. तो 13 के मुकाबले 2014 की फिगर्स में this is the increase, that is 6.67%, 20%, 9.09, minus 8.57 and 28%, right? The revenue numbers added per division in 2012 are given in the chart shown below. So these figures are in rupees crores. कि 2012 में कितना रेवेन्यू ऐड हुआ है, दैट मींस विद रिस्पेक्ट टू 11 हाउ मच रेवेन्यू हैज बीन एडेड. सो फॉर P it decreased, for Q it increased, for R it decreased, for S it increased, and for T it remained the same. This is what is mentioned over here. ठीक है, एक और ग्राफ है. The breakup of revenue added in 2011 are as shown below. Note that this pie chart gives the breakup of the total revenues added in the year 11 and not the revenue of 11. So revenue added का जो है ये breakup है. That means what is revenue added? 2010 में revenue we know 1000 crores. Let us say 2011 में it is 1500 crores. So what is addition? 500 crores. This percentage breakup is of that revenue added. That means उस 500 crores में P कितना था, Q कितना था, R कितना था, S कितना था, T कितना था. This is what is mentioned over here. I hope the data is at least clear to all of you, that what is he trying to say through the data. Any problem in this? Any problem to anyone in the data? Now we'll start making the set. एक बार हमारे पास सारा data है, we'll start putting it into the table and we'll start making the set now. चलिए ठीक है. So what have I done? I have put up all this data on one screen. So for some time I will not be visible to you. Anyways, I am not that smart that you would like to see my face. So let's start doing this. ठीक है. So I have put all the data on the screen now. You can see that 2010 का pie chart, 2014 का pie chart, which was there to given to us, the growth rate in 2014 in terms of percentages, the revenue growth in 2012 which was given to us, the revenue added in 2011 which is there, उस सब का डेटा हमारे पास है. वन थिंग विच आई हैव नॉट रिटन हियर, दैट इन 2012 the revenue decreased by 2.727. You remember that in 2012 decreased by 2.727%, that is 3 by 110, right? Let's start making the figures now. So I'll write 2010 over here, 2011, 2012, 13 and 14. So यहाँ पे P, Q, R, S and T. ठीक है जी. Let's start putting in the figures. 2010 का total revenue it was given to us as 1000 crores. So let's calculate 1000 का 15%, 150 CR, 15%, 150 CR. R is 17.5%, 175. S is 30%, 300, and T is 22.5%, that is 225, right? And 2014 total is 1280. This was given to us 28% more. So 1280 का भी कैलकुलेट करते हैं. It is 12.5%, that is 1/8. 1/8 कितना होगा guys? 8 1s are 8 and 8 6 are 48. So this is 160 CR. अब मैं ये नहीं कैलकुलेट कर रहा हूं, ये नहीं कर रहा हूं, पहले ये कर लेता हूं और ये दोनों, बिकॉज दे आर 1/4. 1/4 कैन इजिली बी कैलकुलेटेड. सो T इज 1/4. 1/4 आ जाएगा 320. सो ये भी 320. So now the other two are nothing but half of them, right? Because they are equal, R and Q. So 320 plus 320, 640 plus 160 is 800. 800 में से कितना बचा? 480. That means this must be 240. This must be 240. I mean 1280 का 1/8 निकालना और 1/4 निकालना was easy. But we don't remember कि 18.75% is how much. So therefore I am saying कि उसको एक काम कर लेते हैं, बाद में जो भी बचेगा वो R और Q में आधा आधा चला जाएगा. R and Q will have half of it. Simple. ओके जी. तो ये तो फिगर्स हो गई 2010 और 14 की. सो नाउ लेट्स कम टू दिस टेबल. ग्रोथ रेट इन 2014 was 6.67% in P. 6.67% is 1 by 15. That means in 2014 P was 1 by 15 more than last year. So can I say last year it was 150? बिकॉज 150 का 15%, सॉरी 1 by 15 ऐड करोगे तभी तो 160 बनेगा. आई होप दिस इज क्लियर. सिमिलरली क्यू में इंक्रीज है 1 by 5 का. इफ 1 by 5 का इंक्रीज होके इट हैज बिकम 240. सो कैन लास्ट ईयर इट वाज 200, बिकॉज 200 प्लस 1 by 5 of 200 will give you 240. R में there is an increase of 1 by 11. 9.09 is 1 by 11. So can I say last year it was 220? Because 220 increased by 1 by 11 would become 240 next year. Am I audible, guys? I see that the screen froze in between. Am I audible to you now? Just confirm once, please. Am I audible? Is it visible? Okay, I am audible. ठीक है. और आपको समझ भी आ रहा है ना सर, वॉटिटी का डिक्रीज है इस 3 by 35 8 by 0.57%, बिकॉज अप्रोक्सीमेट देखिए सारी फिगर्स 10 के मल्टीपल्स में आ रही हैं. सो देयरफॉर आई एम ट्राइंग टू टेक एन एग्जांपल. सो क्या 3 by 35 आएगा 8.57? so it is 300 by 35. yes, it looks like it is 8.57. so this must be 350, guys. I repeat this part. I am saying 320 it has become after a decrease of 8.57%. I did not know how much is 8.57% in fractions, but I see that all values are coming out to be in a multiple of 5 or 10. तो मैंने एक रैंडम नंबर लेके देखा 350. I mean I could have taken 360 as well. If I take 360, 360 से 320 is more than 10% less. And if I take 340, 340 से 320 is less than 5% more. Sorry, less than 5% less. So ऐसे केस में this is the only case which can be found कि 350 से 320 जब होगा, it will give you a decrease of 8.57%. And similarly, in the last case, he says it has increased by 28% T. तो 28% का increase होके अगर 320 बना है, so how much must be the figure? So let me just try it. 250 से check करता हूँ. 250 का 28% कितना आएगा? 250 का 28% is 70. Yes, it is exactly 250, guys. I mean, you can also say कि 320 upon 1.28 कर लेते हैं. इससे भी आ जाएगा आपका आंसर. Just try to solve it. 32 से 128 4 पे कैंसल आउट होगा and you get 250 from that. So basically from this now we have got all the figures of 2013. Please keep typing something so that I get to know whether I am audible to you or not, because I cannot see my video as well currently. So whether I am audible to you or not, that I can't know basically unless you write something. Is that clear, guys? 2013 के figures में किसी को कोई problem? Have you all understood that how did we get the values of 2013? Anyone having a doubt here? Amisha says clear. Sai Harris, okay, audible. I hope clear as well. Anmol says crystal clear. Okay, that's great. चलिए जी, तो आगे बढ़ते हैं नेक्स्ट पे. अब आते हैं फिगर. हाउ डू वी गेट द फिगर ऑफ 2012, राइट? 2012 की फिगर्स कैसे मिलेगी? देखिए, let me just remove all of this so that we don't get confused with too much of data. ये सब मैं हटा देता हूं यहां से. Now I am saying in 2012, you see, look at this figure here. Revenue growth by division in crudes. So in 2012, how much growth was there? P decreased by 40, Q increased by 10, R decreased by 10, S increased by 10. So net there is a decrease of 30. In 2012, there is a decrease of 30. And I hope you guys remember there is a decrease of 2.72%, that is 3 by 110. So 2011 का जो भी revenue है, let us say the revenue of 2011 is R. उससे 3 by 110 अगर मैं कम कर दूं, right? That will be the revenue of 2012, and this 3 by 110 of R is equal to 30 because decrease तो 30 का है, right? There was a decrease of 3 by 110 over 2011. We see that there is a decrease of 30. So can I get R from here straight away? यहां से तो R आ जाएगा मेरा, that is 1100. The revenue of 2011 is 1100 now. Okay, and if I have the revenue of 2011 and I have these things as well, right? ये ध्यान रखिएगा, ये revenue added है 2011 का. So revenue in 2010 was 1000, 2011 में हो गया 1100. So that means revenue added is 100 CR. उस 100 CR में P कितना है? 10%, that is 10. So can I say this new figure for P would have become 160. Q कितना है? 30%, 30. So ये new figure हो जाएगी 180. R कितना है? 25%, 25 ऐड होके बन जाएगा 200. ये 20 ऐड होके बन जाएगा 320 और ये 15 ऐड होके बन जाएगा 240. These are the revenues of 2011. I repeat, 2012 के ग्राफ से we got to know it decreased by 30 CR. Originally it was given it will decrease by 3 by 110 of the previous year. So 3 by 110 of the previous year is 30 CR. वहां से previous year का revenue आ गया 1100. Now that 1100 is the revenue of 2011, but last year it was 1000. So the added revenue is 100. और उस added का पाई चार्ट हमें given था यहाँ पे PQRST, revenue added in 2011. You can see it on the left of your screen. कि revenue added in 2011 is giving you this much of figure. So वो हमने figures निकाल निकाल के PQRST में ऐड कर दिए और अब 2012 की figures के लिए ये सब निकाल निकाल के ऐड कर देते हैं. P must decrease by 40, that means it must become 120. Q must increase by 10, 190. R must decrease by 10, that means 190. S must increase by 10, that is 330. And T must remain the same, that is 240. So now we have the complete table with us कि 2010 में कितना रेवेन्यू था, PQRST का 11, 12, 13, 14. Everything is there with us now. Now we can straight away answer the questions, but before that, any further doubts to any one of you at any step? You can ask anything. How did I get this? How did I get that? You can ask any of those questions. Please ask questions so that I get to know that you are able to understand everything. Question तभी आएंगे जब आप समझ रहे होंगे. Why did we calculate R is equal to 1100? We wanted the revenue of 2011, Sai Hari, so that we get to know that what is the added revenue in 11 with respect to 10. क्योंकि 11 का जो हमारे पास डेटा है that is only about the added revenue. So unless I have the total revenue of 11, how would I get to know that what is the added revenue in 11 with respect to the last year? Okay, no more questions. We can get it from previous years and add it. But how would you get it, Sai Harish? We are given the data of 2010. We have no data about 2011. How would I get it? That what is the added revenue? We don't have the percentage increase, percentage decrease, etc. कुछ भी तो नहीं था हमारे पास. ठीक है जी. So let's start doing questions on this now. देखते हैं क्या क्या questions आते हैं. Now let me be back with you, है ना? तो आपका भी दिन अच्छा बीतेगा if you see a handsome guy on your screen. चलिए जी. तो first question, what was the total revenue in 2012? We have calculated, है ना? It was 1100, it was 1000, it decreased by 10, so इसका मतलब 1070 हो गया था ना? So therefore my answer is option, oh sorry, नहीं ये गलत लिखा हुआ है, it is 1070. ये आंसर में मिस्टेक है कोई, because 1100 से तो डिक्रीज हुआ है ना नेक्स्ट ईयर, it became 1070, राइट? ठीक कह रहा हूं ना मैं? बिकॉज 10 से 11 में इट इंक्रीज्ड बाय 100 एंड देन इट डिक्रीज्ड बाय 30. तो डिक्रीज होने के बाद वो 1170 कैसे हो सकता है? देयर इज सम मिस्टेक. लेट्स गो टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. विच ईयर सॉ द हाईएस्ट परसेंटेज ग्रोथ इन रेवेन्यूज? लेट्स सी. तो रेवेन्यू सारे लिखने पड़ेंगे, 13 का भी लिख लेते हैं रेवेन्यू. इट इज 0, 5 + 2 7 + 10 17 1 2 2 4 2 6 3 9 2 11. This is 1170. And 0, 6 + 4 10 + 14 2 16 2 18 18 1 and 2 4 6 and 6 12. So this is 1280. So it was saying which year saw the highest percentage growth in revenue? Let's see. यहाँ पे ग्रोथ है 10% का, फिर तो डिक्रीज ही हो गया है. यहाँ पे 10% से कम है और यहाँ पे there is a decrease increase of again less than 10%. So 11 showed the highest percentage increase. So 11 is the correct answer. 2011 में there is 10% increase and later on none of the figures is 10%. So 2011 is the answer, right? आगे, what were the revenues in rupees crores of division Q in 11? I hope you can do that now. Just go to the table and find it out. How many crores of revenue did division T add in the year 2013? तो ये भी दिख जाएगा ना, T ने 2013 में कितना ऐड किया है? कितना ऐड किया है? कुछ भी ऐड, सॉरी यहाँ पे 10 ऐड किया है. 240 से 250 में they have added only 10. So इसका आंसर ऑप्शन 10, right? I mean once the table is there, now just by looking at the table we can answer the question. There is no point now telling you the answer of each and every question. This much you can do by yourself, ना? यहाँ पे आके तो छोड़ सकते हैं कम से कम. अब ठीक है, सब कुछ हो गया है. So that's all. Okay, guys. So these were the two sets that I wanted to discuss. ये थोड़ा सा lengthy हो जाता, so therefore I did not discuss it. We have already done such a set. So let's leave this set, guys. Right. So that is all about today, and this is about me. You can see that. ठीक है. So you know my name, many of you know my name, and this is all about me, so you can read it. The more important part is that we are coming up with a new course now, CAT 2021 के लिए. It's a comprehensive course which will start from 9th of November, guys. We already have two batches running. This is the third one. And for 2020 kids, this is an important info that we are uh, starting a batch for TISNET, CMAT, MAT, and MAHCET. I mean, now once CAT will be over, obviously these would be your targets. So the batch will start from 9th of November. You will get all the info on your app. And for these revision classes, you know the schedule. If you do not know it, you can always go through the Gradeup app. It will be written over there. These are all the people who would be teaching you in these courses with their percentiles. Along with their percentiles, you can see that the experience would be visible on their face. The knowledge is written just under their name, right? The percentile shows the knowledge of the people, right? So this is all about these. And in Gradeup super subscription, guys, if you take a subscription for 18 months, which is for 2021 kids, you get everything which is written over here. And these two subscriptions are for 2020 people, right? So everything would be available in the super subscription. We also have this green card in which you get sectional tests and mock tests and everything for this price which is written over here. So that's all for the day, guys. As we say at Gradeup, prep smart, score better. So that's all from my side. I hope you like the session, and good night as well. Okay. Have a good night, all of you.